you've got people paying attention to how quickly you are evolving. It seems like spiritually you're growing at a much rapid rate than your peers or the people around you. You're taking conscious leaps that people didn't think you were even capable of. It seems like you have some form of universal wisdom. And so people feel like you have a connection to source where you get all this download and knowledge that they don't have access to. And so sometimes people want to bump heads with you because they feel like they're behind or that they're not as special. They usually feel like you have access to something that they don't have access to. And so this causes friction and conflict within people because they feel like you have an upper hand, or they're stubborn because they want to be the one on top. And somehow, like, you just keep surpassing them. It's like people put themselves in competition with you spiritually. As soon as you went on your healing journey and people saw that this healing journey was working for you, suddenly people started to be competitive with you to see, like, oh, who can get closer to God, who can get the most downloads, who can like heal quicker. So for some reason people have made spirituality like a trend because of you. Like, you started this by going on your healing journey, and people are seeing how like it's getting you much farther than if you were to do things the way people in society do it. So people are realizing that you're on some sort of sacred pathway because you chose to not go on path. There's something that you decided to do despite having backlash and despite people not wanting to support you in whatever this pathway is. They're realizing now that they see the end results, or that they see results from the pathway that you're on. They feel like you're being spiritually guided. And so now other people are trying to find pathways of their own. Let's say you decided, I'm not going to get a 9 to 5. I'm going to do what I want. I'm going to focus on my talents and my skill sets and use that to make me profit. It seems like people didn't believe in you at first, but now that they're seeing that this skill set or talent is getting you where you need to be, now all of a sudden people are taking you seriously. They also feel like you've had some sort of awakening that they haven't had. And so before, it was just a joke, your connection to source, right? But now that people can see that it's giving you access to places and doors and gifts that they don't have access to, now they're taking you seriously, to the point where people are trying to get on their healing journey just like you did, because they want their life to have some transformative effect. There's something about you that's very unrecognizable, especially since the beginning of your journey until now. And so this friction that you have with people, it's because of the fact that they're envious, or they're jealous, or they want to cause conflict. They want to slow you down. And the more that people stalk you, the more they watch you, the more they watch your pathway, the more that they realize that you just keep elevating. New levels, new devils. As soon as you overcome one devil, you increase not just your spiritual gifts. Not only do you get stronger, do you gain more wisdom, but you also have different pathways that are available to you. People are realizing that you're in the leadership position or role. You're the leader. You're leading the pack. And as you're leading the pack, people are realizing that whatever you're doing is working for you. And they're trying to adopt the same methods in order to get the same results that you're getting, except your results is coming from source. You're taking instructions from source and applying them into your life. And that kind of determination is getting you places where other people cannot get. It's like you're having clearance to things that people don't even know what to do in order to get that type of clearance. And also, your confidence level has increased. At the beginning of this journey, you may have been unsure. You may have been just not feeling quite like you have the proper footing. And now it's like you take leaps of faith into situations that you don't even know how they're going to turn out, but you just have faith and wisdom to know that you're going to get caught regardless. And so people feel like you have access to some sort of treasure, and you're keeping it in a safe just for you. And so for some reason, people are getting jealous of this. They're like, what does the viewer know that I don't know? What does God keep telling the viewer to do that they're not telling me to do? And so now it's becoming competitive. Now they're starting to feel like inferior to you, not just as a person in general, but when it comes to your spiritual gifts. You can even see when you are blind, when you don't have footing, or when you don't have a map to know where you're headed. It's like people feel like you still can see in the dark. Like you have some sort of ability that they don't have. And this all started from you loving yourself. Literally, one decision to love yourself has gotten you on this sacred pathway. And so I feel like you're almost inspiring your peers to do the same, to love themselves, to put energy and effort into the things that they want to do. Because people thought that you'd be in this mentally confined restriction that you were in at the very beginning of your journey. They thought you were going to stay there forever, and you didn't. You got yourself out of mentally imposed prisons by literally training your mind. No one else helped you. You literally trained your mind into being the confident, vivacious, capable person that you are right now. And you do this all on your own. You do not have partners. You don't have people that are on this journey with you. It's literally just you and Source. And so the fact that you've been able to get yourself out of depression, mental illness, imbalances. Some of you guys financially, you're doing the best that you've ever done ever. And it all started with you loving yourself, trusting Source, creating your own pathway. You saw everyone going on this one specific pathway and you were like, nah, I'm going to make my own. You created your own path that works just for you. It is simply only for you. And the fact that you're so versatile and unpredictable now, the fact that you're very spontaneous and you take risks that you know are going to follow through, people are envious of this. They're also like, you're like the formidable opponent that everyone is kind of minding, because they know whatever pathway you're on, you're going to make it to success. Look at you. You've been successful so far along without anybody helping you. It's literally been just you versus you. And so now all these people around you are over emotional because they're like, why am I not chosen? Like, why am I not getting the blessings that the viewer's getting? What makes the viewer so special that he or she is activating all of these gifts that I haven't activated, not knowing that they can literally do the same for themselves. It may not look the same. Their journey is not going to be like yours, but at least you took the initiative to follow the call. You follow the call of the universe. It's like you were activated and you answered. A lot of people like you, thousands of other people like you, see the same signs and they ignore it and they decide to stay in the 3D and they decide to just focus on the mundane things of life. And you decided to take the path less traveled, even if there was backlash, even if people started to outcast you. And so the ones that did outcast you and try to make you seem like you were a weirdo, now all of a sudden they want to know what they're doing, what you're doing. Now they want to know what tactics you use. Now they want to know, like, spiritually, can you give me answers that can help me get to where I need to be? When before you were the laughing stock. When before they made it seem like you didn't know what you were talking about. They made it seem like you weren't going anywhere. And now you've spiritually evolved past every single person that doubted you. And they can see it. And your energy is different. You seem different, you sound different, you look different. Spiritually, you don't even operate the same way that you used to. So it is very apparent that you are not the same person that you used to be. People are looking at you like you've changed, because you have. You've changed altogether. And with new levels comes new devils. And so, as soon as I beat this narcissist, sociopath, psychopath, there's going to be another one, another 10 following it. So that's why you've become so accustomed to this pathway of yours. You were so sure of yourself because of the things that you've had to overcome all on your own with people not believing in you. And so now when you encounter entities and demons and you beat them, you're like, man, this is light work. Light work. You're like, what else is coming? Because you know for a fact that you're equipped to handle anything. No one can mentally entrap you. I feel like people were projecting onto you in the past because they knew what you were going to be. And so they did the most to keep you way down. And now that you're just focused on yourself, some of you, all you're focused on is work and kids and yourself and elevation and getting to where you need to be. And you're going to get everything that you desire in life. The success is already guaranteed to you because of all the work that you've done. Success is yours. Recognition is yours. And whatever treasures that you're accumulating on this pathway, you're going to keep them locked tight for yourself, as you should, because you've done the work. So why should you do the work and then other people are going to benefit off of the work that you've done? Yeah, people know that you have treasures. They don't know exactly what it is, if it's like monetary, if it's spiritual, if it's something that can help elevate their mind, but they just know that you're keeping things under lock and key. And these are things that were hard earned. And so, people take you seriously. No one doubts you anymore. They see you and the throne that you've created for yourself, and they know that you are the real deal. They know that you're the truth.